The Microsoft PhizzPop Design Challenge is a nationwide contest with a single goal in mind: to find the best rich internet application design and development firm. Over 30 of the most respected and well-known firms from across the country, 6 cities, 7 events, and only one winner. Only one firm could be named the best, culminating in the national finals held in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest Interactive, where 5 finalist firms were given a scenario, in only a matter of weeks, to design and develop from scratch a complete RIA software solution to drive involvement and engagement in politics in the 21st century. When the votes were counted, Cynergy won by unanimous decision of both the judges as well as the People's Choice Award, with their entry Ben, thereby securing Cynergy the title as the best RIA design and development firm in the nation. Let's meet Ben. Ben is a connected suite of applications designed to make politics fun and accessible, and with 2 goals in mind. Let's be informed, and let's be engaged. Named after Benjamin Franklin, Ben was designed using Microsoft's Expression Suite and built in Microsoft Silverlight, WPF, and ASP, named Ben Online, Little Ben, and Tiny Ben. Let's meet Ben Online, the Silverlight application. Here, citizens can begin to look at the news and information available to them. One of the problems is there's simply too much information. Feeds become streams, streams become rivers, and rivers become overwhelming. Ben allows users, based on their profile and personalization, to look at the most active news and the news most relevant to them, as well as featured items that match their profile needs. RAs also allow us great visualizations of data. What if we could visualize the most popular news with the most balanced news, with the news I was viewing the most, so that I can make informed decisions? As we begin to drill into the kinds of information and read about stories, visualizations continue on. What if we could take a news story that we read and found interesting and visualize it right along the political spectrum, from left to right, finding our story being somewhat centrist? What stories are somewhat to the left of our story, and what other stories end up somewhat to the right on the political spectrum? We can take these visualizations even one step further by visualizing comments. Most blogs look at comments as a linear stream, but really comments are interrelated sets of discussions. And these discussions are not just typewritten and not just text, but they can be video, they can be audio, and several multimedia formats all brought together inside of Ben Online. These kinds of data visualizations are very powerful, not only in applications like Ben, but large-scale enterprise business applications as well. Once we become informed about politics, the next step is to get ourselves involved. Ben allows us to do both, very quickly allowing us to jump from the be informed to the be engaged sections of Ben. We can look at schedules of events that are upcoming. We can join events, and we can participate in these events through the next application in the suite called Little Ben. Little Ben is a WPF application that could run on desktops, laptops, mobile devices, as well as kiosks and customer touchpoints. With Little Ben, I can begin to browse for events, in this case, the finals for the PhizzPop Microsoft Design Challenge that was held at Maggie Mae's at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Integrated with Microsoft's Virtual Earth and other live services, Little Ben allows us to identify the location, drill into it, and participate in the event. Here we're joining an event with live video webcam integration, as well as live discussion feeds coming in from Twitter here on the left. We can bring together and aggregate these existing social networks into a more compelling, rich, engaging, and interactive experience built, in this case, in WPF. Now, that's very interesting, but what if I could begin through personalization to also see this news and information and become involved in politics on multiple devices as well if I can't join the events virtually? Here, we have an iPhone interface that allows us to browse the news, read the news, and if we find particular news items that become interesting or compelling to us, we can immediately become engaged by contacting the representative and making a phone call to them directly from the device. Now, not everybody has an iPhone, though. What if we could do the same thing online through something like Facebook? What you're seeing here is the exact same Tiny Ben application built in Silverlight. We can browse and we can look for news. And once we find a news story that we find interesting and we would like to be engaged and with our representatives, we can simply, using existing voice over IP technologies and Microsoft Silverlight, place a phone call. You're seeing what was seen at South by Southwest and one of the first times in the world placing a voice over IP phone call directly from Facebook. Cynergy's Ben is a shining example of what can be built extremely quickly using the Microsoft suite of products and Cynergy's proven look-first approach to the design and development process that allows us to very quickly gather requirements, design interfaces, and deliver large-scale enterprise and robust business applications to firms across the world. Cynergy is proud and excited to have been named the winner of the Microsoft PhizzPop Design National Challenge Finals in Austin, Texas. If you'd like more information about how Cynergy designs and builds incredible rich internet applications for companies just like you, give them a call at 1-866-CYNERGY or an email, info@cynergysystems.com. Cynergy, your app starts here.